To revive the spirit of Africa, to revive the spirit of Ubuntu, you must fight for your countries. If they kill you, they must kill all of you.
The information as we have it is that the one Ghanaian has been shot dead during the mass xenophobic protests in South Africa. Very unfortunate development.
Fight. An unemployed South African and an unemployed Zimbabwean are both victims of the same global system of inequality and exploitation. A Nigerian street trader and a South African worker.
Now I need to come out of the closet and protect my women.
Yeah.
Especially Florida Cray.
Yeah.
Florida Cray, she's a musician.
Yeah.
So Phakela, one of the leading members of the March and March groups in South Africa, is saying that he is going to visit each and every African country to inspire the African youth to rise up against their government, because things are not going well in various countries. That's why many Africans are running to South Africa. And also, there is a Ghanaian that we learned has been shot in South Africa, unalived, in his shop, all because some South Africans went there for money, just to extort money from him, and it seems like he didn't give them the money, and they decided to shoot him. I don't want to talk much. Let's go into the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You don't lose anything by liking. Let's watch, come back and talk.
So I'm calling for my African brothers. I'm going to facilitate. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to visit these countries. I'm going to visit you, my brothers and sisters, in your countries, to revive the spirit of Africa, to revive the spirit of Ubuntu. You must fight for your countries. If they kill you, they must kill all of you. You can't be scared of that, because even me, every day, yesterday I came late in the march because I had an intelligence that some people were waiting somewhere for me. I had to change 2 vehicles so that I can get through the march, because if I used my car to come to the march, I would have died yesterday. That's why I kept postponing the times, because the intelligence was telling me, Uguti, there's things that people are trying to do. And thanks to the police, thanks to the intelligence. But the worst thing they said, the worst thing, they said they are going to take our women. Can you really come to another country just for fun, for food and other things, and leaving your kids alone in your own country? My African brothers, let us bring back the true African spirit. So I'm calling for my African brothers. I'm going to facilitate. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to visit these countries. I'm going to visit you, my brothers and sisters, in your countries, to revive the spirit of Africa, to revive the spirit of Ubuntu.
Now, before we come to this guy over here, there's a sad news in the air. So on 30th June, the protest that happened in South Africa, that we all thought that, despite the violence and everything that happened, despite the looting and everything that they did over there, nobody actually died, no. Unfortunately, the news that is coming in is that this protest caused the life of a Ghanaian man. Hey. Now, according to report, this guy, the name of this man is Bashiru Isaac. He's a 40-year-old man with family, 3 kids actually. And this man has been living in Cape Town, South Africa for over 20 years now. The area that he lives in is called Kalisha. And actually, for me, I thought that Cape Town was actually like a peaceful place. But then for the Kalisha area, where they said this man business is, that place is very dangerous, where people barely go there, or people don't even go there at night. But then for this guy, this Ghanaian man, despite the warning that they gave Ghanaians not to go out and open their shops on the 30th, I don't know what happened, but then this man unfortunately went to open his shop and then got confronted by some group of South Africans who claimed that this man is taking their jobs. So doing a back and forth with this man, they shot this man and all alived him. Hey. And as I'm talking to you now, I don't know whether the body is being repatriated back to Ghana, but then reports have confirmed that this man is actually dead. His name is Bashiru Isaac. And according to the South African government, this man's death has nothing to do with the protest that happened on 30th June. Some of them are saying that the thing happened like earlier before, or even if it happened, the man was involved in a criminal act. Hey. This is what they are saying. But then from the witnesses, they are claiming that this thing happened on 30th June. And for this guy there, I don't know, yesterday he did a whole briefing. And one of the things that he said that got people's attention is that he will be coming to other countries in Africa to come and, revive the spirit of Ubuntu. And for me, for Ghana, we don't even have any problem. We are waiting for you.
You don't know.
We will welcome you. For Ghana, everyone in Africa know that Ghana, we are peaceful. We don't even do anything.
You get it?
So, my man, you are totally welcome.
A Ghanaian base in South Africa has been attacked today.
So I started with that news earlier. We're trying to get through to Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, but the information as we have it is that the one Ghanaian has been shot dead during the mass xenophobic protests in South Africa. Very unfortunate developments in there. This is information that we got earlier. We've been monitoring the development. It's a Ghanaian tailor has been shot dead in his shop in Cape Town, South Africa, during violent protests targeting foreign nationals. The Ghana High Commission in South Africa has confirmed the victim is said to have lived and worked in South Africa for about 20 years. Was reportedly shot inside his shop when he was shot on Tuesday, that was yesterday, as demonstrations linked to a nationwide anti-immigration campaign turned violent in parts of the country. He is survived by 3 children, with the eldest reportedly 10 years old. The Ghana High Commission says arrangements are currently underway to repatriate the body to Ghana to enable burial and other necessary family rights. The incident forms part of a wider wave of unrest tied to growing anti-immigration sentiments and protests in South Africa, which have in some instances escalated into violence against foreign nationals and their businesses.
Tonight, a Ghanaian has been shot dead in Cape Town as xenophobic violence sweeps through parts of South Africa. Our senior news editor Evans Mensah joins us with the latest. Evans, really, what happened? How did we get here?
So this is a tailor, we understand. He was in a shop yesterday in Cape Town. And the thing about Cape Town is it was looked upon as one of the safest places in terms of the provinces in South Africa because it's a very attractive holiday destination, possibly in many people's books. Just last week, it was voted as a world's most beautiful city because of its very natural, scenic setting. And so you would not think that something like this happens there, but this Ghanaian had gone to his shop. So he had a tailoring shop that he runs. He had gone to a shop and the tags, the xenophobic tags,
these stats from the March and March.
From the March and March, broke into the shop and they shot him dead. He leaves behind 3 kids, we understand. The eldest is a 10-year-old. And here's the thing, he's been there in South Africa for 20 years. And has done this work there for quite a while. Built a life there, built a family there.
So this is a Ghanaian who was documented.
Yeah, as far as the High Commission is concerned, this is Ghanaian who's documented. He's been there for 20 years. And has 3 kids. They're now dealing with the South African authorities and, of course, his family back home to repatriate the body. But this happened, from what we understand, on the back of the protest that we saw yesterday, the deadline that was issued for all African migrants to leave. They call them undocumented. But as we've seen now, they're not making that distinction when they attack you. And unfortunately, we've suffered the first fatality. This is not the first African country. We're not the first African country to suffer fatality. I mean, we had stories before, Nigerians being murdered. The last time we spoke to the South African foreign affairs minister, who spoke exclusively to us on the Super Morning Show, he disputed the figures had been reported widely by international media. 5 Mozambicans, he says 2 of them. But we can report authoritatively now, 1 Ghanaian was shot yesterday and is now passed.
And any arrests so far? Has the authorities officially told us anything about this?
That we don't know yet. I believe what is happening right now from the information we have from our sources within the Ghana High Commission in Pretoria, South Africa, is that they're working with the South African authorities to investigate what happened.
Now, the South African police, they've come out and they are saying that the government of Ghana is lying. And it's not true. Nobody was killed in Cape Town. According to them, a Ghanaian was shot elsewhere and not in Cape Town. So you listen to what they said. They are saying that Nyanga detectives probe extortion-related murder of Ghanaian national. Now, the South African Police Service, SAPS, in the Western Cape confirmed the murder of a Ghanaian national in Nyanga on Monday, 29 June 2026 in circumstances believed to be linked to the crime of extortion. With regard to media release issued by the Ghanaian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the South African Police Service has no record of alleged murder in Khayelitsha. Now, you are saying that it is not true that a murder occurred in Khayelitsha, and then you are saying that this person is called Kwabena Boajin. But then the Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs is also saying, according to the minister, there was a murder in Cape Town. But then this person is one Mr. Bashiru Isaac. And you are saying that one, the gunshot thing did not happen in Khayelitsha, but it rather happened at Yanga. Meanwhile, Ghana has also contacted the family of Mr. Bashiru Isaac. So does it mean that 2 Ghanaians now have been shot?
First of all, so a Ghanaian in South Africa was shot dead on 30th June when they told all of them to come back to wherever they are from. For weeks, I've been making video that leave South Africa and come back home. Sell whatever you have there, come back, reassess, and start afresh. Some Ghanaians were saying that it is propaganda. Some Ghanaians were saying that South Africa have the right. So the name of the Ghanaian that was shot dead, his name is Bashiru Isaac. He was 40 years. So after the march people did their thing, he decided to go back and open his shop. That was when they took him out. Now the march people are saying that this demonstration will be taking place every Thursday. I leave South Africa. Is South Africa the only country? They said they don't want to leave. Leave. Now you lost your life. I saw some Ghanaians on TikTok here saying that I will not talk. Abi, you don't reach them. So they were supporting. Right now, Abi, you see what is going on. Come back. They say leave their country. What South African, are they sharing gold? Like what Pochi did the way they say leave, you don't want leave. I know it is difficult to start, but your safety is paramount. Life is short. Come, you say no. Now you see. Anyways, the foreign ministry has released this statement. Okuche told you to hurry up and bring the third batch people. What is it? Chala, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. So today, Ghanaians are saying it is propaganda. Supporting them. Keep on supporting them. But if other African countries decide to retaliate, make nobody talk.
Migrants from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Somalia, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Malawi, Congo, and elsewhere have been attacked, displaced, looted, and killed. We must say clearly, this violence can never be justified. An unemployed South African and an unemployed Zimbabwean are both victims of the same global system of inequality and exploitation. A Nigerian street trader and a South African worker are not enemies. A Somali shopkeeper and a township resident are not enemies. The true enemy is the system that keeps African people poor while a tiny elite accumulates wealth. Kwame Nkrumah warned us when he said, the forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keeps us apart. Julius Nyerere also reminds us, without unity, there is no future for Africa. Thomas Sankara taught us that imperialism often occurs in more subtle forms: loan, food, aid, blackmail. Part of that subtle imperialism is teaching Africans to fear one another instead of confronting the structure that exploits all of us collectively. We must also never forget that African liberation itself depended on solidarity across borders. South African freedom fighters found refuge in Zambia, Tanzania, Angola, Mozambique, Algeria, Ethiopia, Libya, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria. Mozambique and Angola suffered destabilization and military attacks because they supported the anti-apartheid struggle. Nigeria funded liberation movements across southern Africa. Tanzania became a home for exiled revolutionaries from across the continent, and Algeria trained liberation fighters from anti-colonial movements throughout Africa. No African country liberated itself entirely alone, and that is why Afrophobia is not only morally wrong, it is historically ignorant. It is a betrayal of liberation struggles, a betrayal of Pan-Africanism, and a betrayal of the spirit of 1963 Addis Ababa. Comrades, we must understand something fundamental. In the global system, Africans only truly have one another. Europe will defend European interests. America will defend American interests. China will defend Chinese interests. Africa must defend African interests. Fellow Africans, the dream of Africa, of a united Africa, is not impossible. It is possible to establish a common African currency in the future.
The struggle to own the means of production, banks and spaza shops, belongs to those who want to distract us from owning the mines. Why is there strike to fight for spaza shops, but there's no strike to block roads and claim the mines? And say these people who are mining here, the same as those who own spaza shops, they are not from here. Let the mines, the strategic means of production, be returned into the hands of the rightful owners. That's why there will never be any sanctions, because they know the struggles for spaza shop does not affect them. Don't get easily distracted. Why are there no sanctions when we fight each other on the basis of jobs and in the name of xenophobia? Why are there no sanctions? Go to Cape Town and take them out of the posh houses and say to them, show us your passport. Go to Santon and say to them, show us your passport. Let's see what Israel is going to do to you. Let's see what America is going to do to you. There is no international response because we are concentrating on each other. They are making us lose a bigger picture. A bigger picture, a progressive alliance will never mean black on black hate, will mean overthrow of white monopoly capital and be replaced by black ownership. Fighters, the death of our comrades must never be a source of division.
So South Africa is beginning to look like a failure of the state. And one of the things I was talking to some of the Ugandans who were in South Africa, they are telling us that it is so sad because these people come in droves, they start beating people when the policemen are seeing. They just simply turn away. And the military, the security apparatus is the vanguard of the state. So a moment now, the security system, people are complicit in crime. Then actually the state is basically gone. It's now a jungle law. And you're watching on TV, they are working together with the policemen. So the major problem we are seeing is a failure of leadership, a failure of the state, because Cyril and his team can no longer hold the South Africans to respect the rule of law, to respect other international citizens.
Now I need to come out of the closet and protect my women.
Yeah.
Especially Florida Cray.
Yeah.
Florida Cray, she's a musician, professional musician. Ula kahle, muhle, akadantanga nje, yabo. Kwezomculo. So and then wasigna under Illis Entertainment, which managed Oamimi, Wizkid, Star Boys, yabon. She's working under a Nigerian owned company, which is an international company. Is also an Afrobeats singer, because as you know that an Afrobeats is #1 in the world njengamanje. Let us fisa ukuthi maskande ube yona thina la eSouth Africa. Ufela kuti okuyena esingambiza ngokuthi uyi founder of the Afrobeats sound, yabona. Wayezenzela umathanda nje emhlabeni jikelele nje was top Nigerian musician, legendary, which is normal. And then manje mawuthi uyabuka ama Nigeria in terms of music, they are leading in Africa. And then why is engena ke khona ke esebenza ke? If we are xenophobic, how can my wife work under a Nigerian owned companies based in Lagos and in London?
Guys, we are here in Epping Market.
those Kosa people, they were saying, those black Daki of South Africa, they saying Makahambe, look how the market is now. The market is empty. No one can buy. All the foreigner they buying, they go home. So you South African come and buy here. You South African come and buy now. You saying most foreigner Makahambe. You South African come and buy. Yala Nayas.
And what did I say? I told you that everything was gonna get looted. This saddens me. This honestly saddens me, because the same people who went around saying that the food is contaminated or the food is expired are the same people who then went to loot those shops. Yeah. This is not about illegal immigration. This goes far deeper than illegal immigration. It's hatred, like it or not.
My African brothers, I'm going to facilitate, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to visit these countries, I'm going to visit you, my brothers and sisters, in your countries, to revive the spirit of Africa, to revive the spirit of Ubuntu. You must fight for your countries. If they kill you, they must kill all of you. You can't be scared of that, because even me, every day, yesterday I came late in the march because I had an intelligence that some people were waiting somewhere for me. I had to change 2 vehicles so that I can get to the march. Because if I used my car to come to the march, I would have died yesterday. That's why I kept postponing the times, because the intelligence was telling me, Uguchi, there's things that people are trying to do. And thanks to the police, thanks to the intelligence, and all those that are criticizing us, they don't know that we go through such.
Breaking news, a Ghanaian man was reportedly shot dead in South Africa, Cape Town on 30th June during the anti-immigration protest. According to Ghana High Commissioner in South Africa, the victim was actually attacked while at work. And according to reports, this man has lived in South Africa for more than 2 decades, whereby they continued by even condemning this particular killing, urging the South African authority to conduct a swift investigation and bring the people responsible for his death to actually face the law. According to reports we are getting, the authorities in South Africa have arrested hundreds of people in connection with looting and related offense, while several African governments have actually started repatriating their nationals because of the security concern out of South Africa. But most of the South Africans are literally saying that most of the African nations who their nationals are living in South Africa were given enough time to leave South Africa before the scheduled 30th major protest. And they're even making it clear you shouldn't blame South Africans, because that was one of the highest alert that most of the government never abide. Keep watching, we'll keep you updated.
So the question is, Phakela, God, I don't even know what to say. Do you think with all these things that you have done, other African countries will grant you visa, or even the countries that probably are visa free to South Africa or for South Africans will allow you to come into their country with all these things that they've seen you do? For me, I don't know, but probably you are joking, because this thing is funny. I don't know what you think about this whole thing. Please just let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because I can't fathom whatever this guy is trying to say. I don't know what you think. He says he wants to visit each and every African country after what they have done to Africans. And also, this Ghanaian that I learned was unalived in South Africa. This is something that I've actually heard a lot of the times that some South Africans do. You'll be in your shop, they will come to you to try and take money from you. If you don't give them, they have a gun, they can gun you down. I don't know if this Ghanaian was not aware. I don't know. And they are saying it happened in Cape Town, but the South African police are also saying that this thing did not happen in Cape Town. It happened in a different town or a different city. So fine, even if it did not happen in Cape Town, the question is why South Africans or some South Africans are doing some of these things. Like, you come to someone's shop to take money from the person, and if the person is not able able to give you the money, you shoot the person. Like, why? And this is not the first time. This is something that I've heard over and over and over again. It has happened to other people over and over again. I all the time say that the South African government has actually lost control over all these things that is going on. Now South Africa seems to be like a lawless country, so everybody does whatever they like. It's sad, but this is the news, and let's see what I learned. The Ghana government has actually requested for investigations and all that, so let's see what happens. Thank you so much for watching.